groovy.
I got some new games. Oh, what a glorious day. Oh, get new games. The kids show you can wait.
Hello, everybody. Jim here with some more video game pickups. Again, coming to you unkempt, unshaven, because it is once again nighttime, which seems to be the only time I can find to actually do these things. Had school and work today, and so I'm a wee bit tired. Wish I had a beer. There's not a drop of beer in the house. I feel like Homer Simpson in The Shinning. I'm going to lose my mind in here. Don't have a beer in hand. But I do have some games here, and I figured, hey, yeah, why not? Pickups video. I've been doing some game hunting videos recently, and grabbing some games around town, so figured I'd share that with you all. Before I do that, though, I want to do something that I never ever do, and that is plug my other social media stuff. Oddly enough, I never do that. There's almost no connectivity between my YouTube and my other things, and I always have links in the description to those things, but I mean, whoever checks those. And recently I've been getting, as followers sort of trickle in on my other social media, people have been saying, wow, I didn't realize you had an Instagram until I took a look down in the description under your video. So yeah, down there is, I do have an Instagram. I post photos on there on a, fairly frequent basis. I also have a Twitter and a Facebook page where I, post videos there, and occasionally just post other things, just whatever, thoughts, I guess. That's what you're supposed to do with Twitter. Just whatever stupid idea enters your head, just type it out and pretend that you sound really profound. And then other times, on my Facebook page, for example, I'll do little viewer polls and ask people what kinds of reviews they would like to see, or what kind of video or something like that. So if you want to get in on some of that stuff, yeah, go check out the links below to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and I'll also put a link down there to Japan Headlines, which is the second channel I work on right now. And with that being said, though, let's take a look at some pickups. And first of all, I have here, this is not a game, but a book. Jimmy Hoppa, my good friend and excellent YouTuber here. There'll be a link to his channel down there as well. He was visiting us here in Tokyo. He came down from Sendai, and we got together, and the usual shenanigans ensued. We drank a lot of beer, we went to karaoke, ate some steaks, book off, all the usual stuff, and it was a lot of fun. And he brought this for me. Gave this to me as a lovely gift. This Justicegakuen, aka Rival Schools, book by Gamist. So Gamist Mook, Volume 123. It's Justicegakuen, Legion of Heroes. He knows I'm a big Rival Schools fan, and this book is it's got some cool stuff in it. This I'll try to fold out. So it's got this cool little poster in there, which I like a lot. But it's gonna stay in there. The alternative is just tear it out and tape it to the wall. And it's also, it's a guide of sorts, which is cool. I guess some combos and strategies for characters. But then in the back, you also get a bit of Rival Schools manga, which is pretty cool. And on the back there's an advertisement for one for Star Gladiator 2, which is another really excellent Capcom fighter. Rival Schools and Star Gladiator are two series that I would love to see make a comeback. I like both of them. I think they're really underappreciated Capcom properties. But anyway, yes, this excellent book from Mr. Jimmy Hoppa. Thank you a lot, Jimmy. As always, you were a gentleman and a scholar. Okay, now to some actual video games, starting with this classic right here, Top Gun. Nice, complete, really good condition copy as well. I picked this up from a book off in Shinjuku for about 800 yen, which I thought was a really good deal for a game in, really good condition. And I was filming at the time, and I said that in this game I still get annoyed by the plane landing sequence, and then some people commented how to do it properly. So thank you so much for that. So not a lot to say about Top Gun. It's a game, almost everybody has played, or anyone who ever had an NES back in the day. So pretty cool, and I was glad to pick it up for cheap on the Famicom. Nice and complete, minty mint, Top Gun. Can't go wrong there. Next up, PlayStation. Hadn't played this game in a very long time, at least like 20 years, if not more. But Primal Rage on the PlayStation. And this game I really, really liked as a kid. In fact, I had a lot of the action figures. I probably had at least 4 or 5 of them. The ones I can remember in particular, I had Chaos, who could squirt water when you squeezed him. And then Vertigo, and Vertigo could also squirt water. And Armadon, and when you pulled his arms, his spikes came out. And I believe I also had Diablo, and he could spit little fireballs out that I lost almost immediately. And Talon, his claws, could do like that. So I had what's that, like 5 or 6 of the figures. I liked them a lot, and they came with their little followers too. Little plastic people, but that's not the game. The game, though, game is cool. I remember the first time I saw it in an arcade. I saw some guy who knew how to make Chaos do his handstand fart move, and I immediately was like, "Well, this is the best game ever. This will never be topped." So I really enjoyed this game back in the day, and had all the action figures and all that stuff. And when I saw it for like $10 or something, I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." Relive some good old Primal Rage memories, and yeah, I spent the entire time I was playing it just doing the fart move, because that's the best thing in the game. A couple of puzzle games here, or 3 puzzle games actually. One for the PlayStation, and it's Shingata Kurudimpa. Shingata Kurudimpa. This is a pretty cool series of puzzlers. What it is essentially the puzzle pieces are like sort of like the wick to like a bomb, and you want to basically have them position them in a way where they're linked up and they're connecting with the bomb, and then when the spark comes, you light the fuse, and then you blow up all of the stuff. So because they're like little white, these little guys, they'll be on there too. So you want to like blow them off of the screen. So you want to have as much fuse as possible, connect to as many bombs as possible, and blow a bunch of stuff away. So these are pretty fun puzzle games. As far as I know, these were Japan exclusives. But yeah, these are some I can recommend because they're fun, they're unique puzzle games, and they're cheap. I think this was maybe like $5 or something. Yeah, Kurudimpa, very, very cool. Cool puzzle game. Next up, this is another one that was like $5 or something I picked up at a book off. This is Poyo Poyo Sun. Which is a play on words, because this is the 3rd Poyo Poyo game, and the Japanese number for 3 is San. So Poyo Poyo Sun. And basically like classic Poyo Poyo, but you also have the Sun Poyos, and those, I guess, when you clear some Poyos from the screen, it'll also clear like the Sun Poyo, and that gives you like bonuses and stuff. And it's just like the other games in the series, so you can play versus, and it's like really competitive and fun, and there's a story mode as well. And the whole motif of this is like it's sunny, like it's like a very like tropical island feel with like the music and the cutscenes and stages and stuff. So Poyo Poyo Sun, really great puzzle game for the Saturn, and also very affordable. There's another really cheap game you can pick up. So go ahead and check that out. This one, another game that was cheap. This one was also probably about $5, between 5 and 10. I don't recall exactly, but I also picked this up at a book off. And this is Baku Baku Animal. And I've been really having a lot of fun with this one. Kind of an understated thing. I did that puzzle game video a little while back. I'll have to do another one. But I do really enjoy puzzle games, and this one's great. Essentially, you'll have... they're like little animal heads, and the rest of the pieces are like food, so there'll be like bananas or carrots or whatever, and the point is to match all the food up, like link them all together, and then when the appropriate animal comes down, so like a monkey for the bananas, a rabbit for the carrots, a dog for bones, and a panda for bamboo. Have that animal and as many of that food linked up as possible, and then they'll eat all the food and clear it from the screen, and give you some nice points, and then send some junk over to your opponent's side as well, I believe. And that's it's basically like other puzzle games like Poyo Poyo and Tetris Battle Guide Din. It's a versus puzzle game, but it's animals eating things, and that just makes it that much better. I don't know, it's a really creative way to do a puzzle game. You could say, Kudu Timppa, Poyo Poyo Sun, Baku Baku Animal. These are creative ways to, keep making puzzle games interesting, and I like that a lot. So Baku Baku Animal, great game on the Saturn, another one that isn't terribly expensive. Next up, one game for the PC Engine, and that is Bravo Man. And I picked this up from the Super Potato in Ikebukuro, which I posted a video of just this past weekend. And Bravo Man it's sort of, I guess, an action platformer where Bravo Man can stretch his fists and feet and his head, and that's how you attack enemies. But it also sometimes converts into like a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up, so you can be underwater or flying through the air, and it's a nice little side-scrolling shooter. So the stages mix it up a bit, and this did get a release in the States and Canada, in North America, as Bravo Man on the TurboGrafx 16. I don't know how expensive or inexpensive that game is, but this I picked up for I think like between $10 and $15. It wasn't really all that expensive, and I'm really happy with that. Kind of a Namco classic, if you will. Bravo Man on the PC Engine, pretty cool. Next up, I picked this up because I liked the anime, but I hadn't played any of the games. This is Soul Eater Battle Resonance on the PlayStation 2. And this is a one-on-one fighter, but it's, I don't know, it's really simplified. I guess I expected better. It's published by Bandai Namco, and so, like, I was expecting, like, I guess maybe more quality from them. This one, it's because the graphics are pretty good and the sound and everything, it's like, the anime is just, like, it's stylish, the art style and everything is really cool. So it looks pretty good, but the gameplay is, like, kind of stiff, kind of really, like, simplified. I was expecting a lot better. When I looked on the back and saw that it was, like, it's 3D graphics, but it's a 2D fighter, I was thinking, okay, cool, Bandai Namco gonna put out a, this 2D fighter based on Soul Eater, that'll be fun. And to be completely honest, it's really mediocre. So, like, if you're a fan of the Soul Eater series, I mean, this is another game that was, like, really cheap when I picked it up, like maybe $5. So it's inexpensive. You can pick it up and you can enjoy it maybe for like about an hour or so. But yeah, again, kind of a mediocre game. But Soul Eater Battle Resonance, nevertheless, joins the PS2 collection. And then a much better fighting game. This is King of Fighters Maximum Impact in Regulation A. There you go, Regulation A. I think I said, I don't know. When I came across it, I didn't know they had made another Max Impact game. I only knew there were like 2 of them. So here's the third one. Plays pretty much just like the other Max Impact games, but introduces some characters I like. There's Mizoguchi from Fighter's History, and then there's also Ash from like King of Fighters 2003 and 11 and stuff like that. He's been in all the King of Fighters since then. It has a huge roster of characters, and I do like the Max Impact games. I don't like them as much as the 2D fighters, but they're still pretty cool. Graphics, sound, everything. The character roster is huge. The combo system is pretty simple, and you get all these great characters, and all their special attacks and super attacks. It's all still there. So King of Fighters, Maximum Impact, Regulation A for the PS2. Not too bad. And another one that's really inexpensive. This one, probably, I guess, the most expensive game I picked up of anything in the lot. And I think this was maybe around between 40 and 50 bucks, something like that. This is Cosmic Smash on the Dreamcast. And Cosmic Smash is it's like when you like racquetball, I guess, right? That's when you're just hitting the ball up against the wall, and usually there's like more than one person involved, I guess. But it's like playing a game of racquetball, and there are like blocks moving in the background, and the point is to hit the blocks and clear them from the screen within the time limit. And there'll be barriers in the way sometimes, so the blocks will be moving around and everything. It's pretty fun. The graphics have sort of a, I don't know, like a weird, like sometimes it's like a wireframe thing, sometimes it's like vector looking, and sometimes it's just like really trippy, like multi-colors and everything like that. And your character is just this like little wireframe guy with like glowy stuff inside of him. I don't know. But essentially, it's a game of racquetball in the future or something, and you gotta knock stuff, and it's pretty fun. I'll have some gameplay footage going right here, but if you have a chance, look up Cosmic Smash. It's pretty cool. Like I said, it is like around a $50 game, I would say. When was this released? 2000. So this was released, before the Dreamcast was discontinued. Maybe it just didn't sell all that well or something. But it's pretty cool. Happy to have it in the Dreamcast collection. I'd always seen it and never picked it up, but just kind of like looked at it and sort of like studied it and like, what the hell is this? So I have it now, and it's pretty cool. Glad to have that. Cosmic Smash. And last but not least, I also picked this game up at the Super Potato in Ikebukuro. You can go and check out that video from over the weekend. But I got me a copy of Ghostbusters on the Mega Drive, because I had never played this game before. And it's by Compile, right? Didn't they make this? I think so. Anyway, I had never played this before, but I had seen, like, plenty of positive reviews on it, and it looked pretty fun. It's just an action platformer shooter type game with Ghostbusters characters, and then you can catch ghosts as well. After you defeat the bosses, they turn this, like, little ghost guy, and you can catch them with your proton pack and trap, and it's pretty fun. So I've been enjoying it. I haven't beaten it yet. But I've cleared like 2 or 3 stages on it, and I've been having some fun with it. And you beat stages, catch ghosts, and you earn money and go buy like new weapons and items and other things like that. The ghosts are like really creative and fun. And it's just an overall, it's a pretty cool game. It is not my favorite Ghostbusters game. I would say this is my 3rd favorite Ghostbusters game behind the one that came out on like the PS3 and 360 and Wii. That game is awesome. And then New Ghostbusters 2 on the NES and Famicom is a really great game as well. But this one also really good. So to date, I've played 3 good Ghostbusters games. And I know there's some bad ones out there, but like 3 out of 5 ain't bad, right? Or there's more than 5. But the console games anyway. 3 out of 5 ain't bad. So Ghostbusters, Mega Drive, having fun with it. Happy to have it in the collection. And that's it. Those are all the games I picked up recently. Not a whole lot. It's like 10 games and a nice book from a good buddy. So yeah, that's it. Some games I've been having some fun with. You can let me know down in the comments if you've played any of these games, what you thought of them, or if you want me to elaborate on any of them. Some of these are Japan exclusives, so I can feature them in. I've been doing Import Game of the Day, which I've been putting out like 3 of those a week. So you can let me know what you think of those in the comments, and if you would like to see any of these games featured in those. Those are like, just quick little short, like, 3-minute videos. Just sort of like, hey, here's this game, here's the gameplay, graphics, blah, blah, blah. Just something, something quick. It's not like super detailed reviews or anything. Just, get you some daily content, your daily dose of Japanese gaming goodness, as I like to put it. But yeah. That's it. Again, down in the description you can find all of my social media stuff. And also, because of some subscriber milestones, I will be doing a giveaway at some point. So, stay tuned for that. The opportunity to win yourself some stuff. Free stuff. Can't go wrong with that. And again, yeah, thanks everybody for subscribing, commenting, liking, sharing, etc., etc. End of YouTube video thing you say. And until next time, take care, everybody. Goodbye.